Hello. So, as promised, one of my friend asked me on how we can make this kind of animation where a pencil stabbing a rubber eraser and make like pointillist image of Mona Lisa or any image actually. So, I'm gonna explain how I reverse engineer this setup inside Houdini. So, if you can see here, the the progressing is from the bottom up, here is from left to right, so we need to have a flexibility on how we can progress the animation without further ado. Oh yeah, the original work is by Simon Reher. I'm not gonna pronounce your last name. He is a awesome artist, so go check his Instagram. Okay, to Houdini. Yeah, I actually shared this setup before on my Instagram. Now I want to try to explain this if you confuse, but it's actually a pretty simple setup, not that complicated. Even the creator itself said so. So the first group of notice the base shape, so we create a box here and bevel the edges. Oh yeah, I'm using like Houdini modelers node, but you can use like normal polybevel, just the same thing. It does the same thing. Yeah, something like that. See, just the same thing. Yeah, you can use it or use anything you want. So basically, in this group of notice, uh, the shape of your rubber eraser. So you want to give it a dull edges, something like this, and then we do UV unwrapping. Like this. Okay, so we need this face to be unwrapped because of in the next step, in the scatter prep step, we need the UV properly placed. Okay, this split is just to split the front face because we want to scatter a point in the front face of the rubber eraser using a trip from map like this. So a trip from map is actually just an image that we project to a surface, and the projection is following the UV attribute, and we set the projection result as an attribute named density. You can name it whatever you want, and we put the texture file here. I'm using this famous Indonesian politician. So yeah, these two UV transform is actually just adjusting the UV, so the face of the image, the composition is will be good. Yeah, something like that. So I name it density because I want the attribute. If you see here, we got this density attribute. I want this attribute to drive the scatter. So we put the density here. So the scatter will follow the density attribute. So if the density is high, they will scatter more points, and if the density is low, it will scatter less points, something like that. So over here I just put the black color over all the points because it produce color, but actually you can disable it, but I want to see it. Yeah. And then next to the right path of the network here, I subdivide the front face of the eraser and merge it back because we will need the higher density here to produce the points smoothly. Because if we don't have enough polygon, the attribute will not transfer properly, because we transfer the attribute to the points. See, I'm transferring the black color. CD is actually color to the points. So as you can see here, see, yeah, something like that. We're transferring the data from the points. Yeah, to the surface. You can see here the CD. Look at that. The color is changing. The CD is changing. Yeah, that because we transfer the attribute from the left side of the network to the right side. And what is this? This is we adjust the sorting. So because of we transferred the heat using an ID attribute, look at this. So anything below this number will be split up and transferred to here. So how we can do that? So first of all, we do mask from target. The origin is 0 when the output is mask. If we see here, it just make a gradient from bottom to top. So the lowest value is blue, the highest value is red. So the lowest value will be appear first. I mean, it will pop up first, and then the highest value will be pop up last. So the progression is like this, from bottom to top. So I'm doing attribute manipulation, adding some noise and more noise, so the progression will not very linear. So we have some kind of noise to the progression. And here I'm adding, we don't need this actually. Here I'm doing attribute manipulation once more. So I'm subtracting the mass using my density attribute, because we have this density attribute over here. So I want the densest point to be drawn first. So I need the density to be subtracting the mass, and then use sort to sort the point. Actually, sort is to manipulate the PT_num. PT_num is point number. As you can see here, see the point number is changing. Lowest number should be in the bottom. See, the lowest number is in the bottom and highest number in the top. And then I'm making an ID attribute from the point number. Simple attribute triangle like that is enough. Yeah, that's how we can get this progression. Yeah, okay, so anything below this value will be drawn. But for the pencil, this is the pencil, we don't need this much of point, right? If we use all of it, we will have like a lot of pencil here. So we just need the current hit. So we cannot use like lower than comparison. Yeah, we just get this value instead. So like that. Yeah, as you can see, the point is accurately drawn from bottom to top, following our progression rule here, progression mass. Yeah, like that. So just matter of copy the points. See? Yeah, as easy as that. Yeah, as easy as that. And the last thing is, this is actually just a movement, just a noise movement. So we rotate the eraser. I'll show you here. See, we rotate the eraser by using a noise. We can get the noise from ChopNet. I can show you the noise here. See, here is the noise. I'm making like 3 different noises. And we take that noise, see this wire, to here and here. And yeah, that's it. The best setup is done. Yeah. Yeah, I'm using this null, and I put an integer value here and doing an animation like this from 0 to whatever amount of point you have in this pointillist image. Here I put like 2500. So we take this value and put it here. As you can see, 2429, 2429. ID below 2429. Yeah, that's it. That's all for the base setup. Actually, it doesn't take long to explain this, but you can improve this setup. If you want to have more beautiful visual like the one Simon Reher did here. You see the eraser is not a simple rectangle. It's not a simple box, but it have like some wear and tear along its uh, edges. Yeah, something like this. I made an improvement to the setup a little bit just to make the visual is more beautiful. The composition is more beautiful. See? Yeah. This is my new base eraser. This is the pencil. This is the dust. See, I'm scattering some dust. If you want to, it's up to you. But so yeah, this is the base setup. So everything else is depend on your vision. Okay, so I made this just because a friend is asking me on how we can do this. I'm not trying to claim the credits of the work. The work is belong to Simon. So yeah, here is my final setup if you want to see. Yeah, that's it. And if you have any suggestion about another work that we can reverse engineer, please leave a comment. Also, if you have any question, you can leave a comment below. I'm gonna try to explain as best as I can. So see you later. Bye.